Barbara, I want to thank you for coming to share your wonderful dental story with those who it may help. And frankly, the reason I asked you to come in, because a lot of people are not aware of the various services that are offered for people that are missing some and sometimes all their teeth, and they need a full mouth restorative procedure, and that's what you had. So if you can share some of your stories, let's start before you came here. What was your issues? What was your problems, fears, frustrations? What caused you to seek dental services?
Problems with my teeth since my 20s. That wasn't just a cavity here and there. It was root canal after root canal, pulling some teeth. I had some teeth pulled that I probably shouldn't have in my early years, not thinking that I would regret it. And after a while, a lot of the work that I had done, the posts, the crowns, the few implants that I had done were actually starting, not the implants so much, but the posts, the crowns were falling out. The few original teeth that I still had in my mouth were breaking off, and they were right in the front. It was unsightly, to say the least, not to mention the pain from abscesses and the tender gum areas and cavities and so forth and so on. I have to say I spent a lot of time in many dentists' office, and one of the last dentists I saw said to me, "Don't kid yourself, you're going to be wearing dentures
Wow.
by the time you're like 50. And I laughed at first. I thought that can't be, but as time was going by, it started to appear that was going to happen. I told you I kept an antibiotic supply in my house out of fear of all the abscesses, that I would wake up and not be able to reach a dentist or someone to give me a prescription so I could treat myself immediately. But the fears that I faced were, I knew I am not the type of person that's going to settle for false teeth. And I started to hear more about the whole mouth restoration.
Sure.
And I started to look around at options and saw that there were options to get a full mouth restoration. And from doing my research, I realized there were many different ways people and dentists were doing that.
Sure.
So now I was like, I don't know, which one's the one for me, which one's the right one, which one's the best one. So I just kept looking and reading, and the more I did, the more teeth were falling out, and the more serious my teeth were becoming, so much so that, like I said to you, I wouldn't even do a run to the grocery store unless I was desperate for something. I just preferred not to have anyone see me. Even my kids, they would, "Mom, what's wrong?" Everybody would say to me, "Are you okay? Do you feel all right? What's the matter? Are you mad at me?" And that's not what I was. I just didn't want to smile. And I had the weirdest way of smiling, that I practiced in the mirror how I could hide certain things. And now I'm just nonstop smile. But I ran across, I had been to a few places, and they talked to me and discussed with me the procedures that they were going to use.
Sure.
And I still didn't feel that was right. And I talked to a few people that I knew that had some of those procedures, and they told me things that I didn't like. So I still insisted that I had to look further. And one day, the flyer came with your ad in it, and I noticed you had a lot of your accreditations listed there, which impressed me. So I said, let me look up your website. Your website was great, amazing, answered so many questions, made everything very clear. And your procedure that you do, I said, that's what I want.
Sure.
This is what I want. I didn't want what other dentists were telling me. So I came here, even though you're an hour away. I came for the consultation, and I knew right away this was where I was going to come. I have to tell you that.
Very nice.
That much I know. and I am so happy I did. You know that I am.
Okay.
You've done a wonderful job for me. Look at me. I can't stop smiling, and when I talk, I actually move my mouth instead of mumbling. I chew my food now. I eat things that I never thought I would eat again. To bite into an apple was so exciting to me, you know, and corn on the cob and a piece of pizza or a bagel, something like that, is very exciting when you've been without your teeth and teeth that break
You couldn't
off.
eat them before.
No.
Right, they were.
All I ate were soft foods, like pasta.
Right.
Ate a lot of pasta and soft meats. And if I was I hadn't had a bagel prior to getting my teeth finished in many, many years. I would not chance it. I lost a tooth in a bagel one time. I tell everybody, you know, personal, up close to me, what a job you did, and they'll never forget your name. So if they ever need you, I'm hoping that they're going to remember your name, or at least ask me. So
Wonderful.
I just really can't sing your praises enough. You changed my life, and I really do mean that from the bottom of my heart. You know you did. You did everything for me. One of the biggest things that people facing this type of situation is picking and choosing the right procedure, the right dentist to do the work, you know?
Right.
And it requires a lot of research on their part. And I'm glad I did my research and didn't just take the first option that was afforded to me, that was offered to me, because I found something that I wish I could tell more and more people about you. It's just there was a way that I could let the world know what a great job you did for me.
Well,
I
you.
would. I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you. And part of our story is your particular procedure does differ from what many offices do offer. So we
Yes.
wanted to bring that information, make it available. Let me ask you one last question, because you covered pretty much everything. You remember the movie The Way We Were?
Yes.
Barbara Streisand,
Yes.
Robert Redford.
Right.
So here's the question.
Right.
If you can go back to the way you were, would you do it? That's
I'd cut my arm off first.
You see her smile there?
See
Let's
that smile?
Wow.
I don't hold it back for anything.
So you get compliments after compliments.
Oh, it's unbelievable. And even if I don't get actual compliments, the people looking,
You could tell.
I know what they're looking at, you know, the
Yeah.
smile and the teeth. Because I'm going to tell you, especially as someone like myself, and with all the teeth problems I've had over the years, when I would look at someone, rather than look at their whole face and look in their eyes, I found myself looking at their teeth
Okay.
because I knew mine were so defective.
Right.
So my eyes automatically would go to teeth.
I've often said to many patients, if you want to feel 20 years older, take your teeth out and make a denture. Conversely, if you want to feel 20 years younger, fix your teeth nicely with fixed teeth. And that's what you did. So here's my question. Do you actually think you feel younger?
Yes.
Right?
I love it. It does make me feel younger.
There.
Because it all has to do with your frame of mind too. And what it did for my mind was to put that smile back on my face.
Right.
And with that smile, my heart feels younger. I feel younger. I feel confident, you know, that I can talk to anyone.
Your self-esteem.
My self-esteem is up there again. You know, I put my makeup on, fix my hair more now.
Okay.
When your teeth aren't up to par, you think, why should I bother? You know, as soon
Right.
as I open my mouth, it takes
Cool.
it takes it all away. But now I like to dress up. I like to, you know, go places, just walk around, and you know.
You can eat anything on the menu now. If you go to a restaurant,
I do. I can have
you don't-
anything I want.
you don't think twice.
Never. No.
You can chew
No.
a steak.
Yes, that was another thing. I would get steak when I went out, but I would never chew it. I cut it in small pieces, and I
Okay.
would just swallow it whole. It was
Right.
never chewed. Most of the time, I would get a hamburger, because I didn't have really to chew that too much as a steak. But now I'm getting steak if I go out. That's like my favorite.
Wow.
And I chew it and enjoy it, and I taste my food,
Cool.
and I take my time eating. And I also, a lot of people don't realize, but I had been reading about the dangers of having the type of problems in my mouth that I had to my physical well-being
Sure.
too. And I do feel, since I had this work done, I feel as though I'm healthier. My breath doesn't smell, which is a very good thing. I
Good
had
point.
bad breath
For a time.
all the time, and I noticed even my grandchildren wouldn't really get that close to me,
Sure.
And well, when I first walked into my daughter's house, my grandchildren saw my teeth. Grandma,
Oh, wow. What did they say?
Wow, Grandma.
They said, wow?
Yeah. Oh,
Terrific.
Grandma. Well, they're teenagers now.
Oh, okay.
And they were like,
said, wow.
Grandma, wow, your teeth. And it was an exciting moment for
Wow.
me,
Because
They
kids
had
blurt
noticed
it right
it,
out.
yeah.
They don't hold back.
So that they had been noticing it all those years,
Sure.
and now, and so, I mean, I
Beautiful.
cannot tell you in many ways, just my health I feel is better, being able to enjoy any food I want to eat now, smiling at everyone, talking and socially being connected.
Life is good.
Life is good now, all because of my teeth.
How about that?
And a lot of people who have their teeth may think, oh, that's, but no, like you
That's
said,
true story.
take them out for a day and see what you do.
So you wouldn't go back to the way you were?
Never, no,
Sure.
like I told you.
Forget that.
Never,
Yeah.
no, and I'm so pleased with it. They don't come out at all. I've talked to some people that have had procedures done with full mouth or maybe just the uppers,
Sure.
and they still have to take, some of them are still taking them out every night. Mine are not coming out at all. I
Right.
don't have to even see myself, let alone anyone else see me
Right.
without them in. They're there. They're better, I would say. Well, 98% they're like my real teeth. But it's been so long since I had teeth that felt so good. It's hard to remember what my real teeth really would have felt like. These, to me, they're like having real teeth that I was blessed with real teeth, and I was blessed with these teeth, which are just perfect. I can laugh, I can move I used to be afraid to move my head in certain directions because you would see.
Does a day go by you don't get compliments?
No, every day.
People actually verbalize.
Verbally say to me, you have beautiful teeth.
So you're getting spoiled now. I mean, somebody doesn't say, "What's the matter?"
It's not
with you?"
going to my head,
What's the
that's
matter
for
with you?
sure.
I got a great smile.
That's for
Why-
sure. It doesn't go to my head. I love it, but no, it doesn't go to my head. I will
Okay.
take it though, and it does make me feel good at the end of the day when I come home and I can go look in the mirror, and I do too sometimes. I look at it and I say, I can't believe, and I do, and I'm like, oh, here are my teeth, because that's how bad they were, and painful and ugly and just non-functioning.
Wow. Okay. All right.
And
Cool.
now to have everything, to have perfect set of teeth that stays in my mouth, that makes me chew my food, that lets me chew my food and enjoy my food and enjoy people. And this was my goal, and this is what I got. And how much more could anyone ask for?
So your true personality can come out now, and you can
Yes.
be yourself.
Yes, my personality is back. They look natural, they feel natural,
Yes.
they function naturally, and they have done so much in so many ways for me that I could go on and on and on and on, singing praises to you, praises to whoever came up with this procedure, and
Sure.
how you went and you learned how to do it, and that I answered the ad and came here. I was very fortunate that, and that's all I really can say to you. I'm very, very pleased with my teeth.